Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle one of the most critical skills for any developer out there, taking a full-stack app from your local machine and actually getting it live, out into the world. So let's just dive right in.
Ah, yes, the classic. We've all said it, right? It's the ultimate developer excuse when something that worked perfectly for you suddenly crashes and burns in production. Well, in this explainer, we're moving past that. We're going to learn how to ship professional-grade software that works consistently, everywhere, every single time.
Okay, so first things first, I want to show you what I call the easy way. We're going to deploy a full-stack movie streaming app, Magic Stream, using a tool that hides a ton of complexity, Hostinger's Docker Manager. You're about to see just how ridiculously simple this can be.
The whole process is, well, it's almost too simple. It really boils down to just 3 steps. First, we just give it the URL to our code. Second, we plug in a few necessary details, our secret API keys and that kind of thing. And finally, we just click one button, deploy.
And boom! Just like that, the application is up and running on a live server for anyone in the world to see. Now, this is awesome. It's incredibly powerful. But to become better developers, we really need to understand what's actually happening behind that magical deploy button.
So how does all that magic work? Well, the secret starts with a piece of technology that has totally changed the game for software development, containers. They are the absolute foundation of how we build and deploy modern apps.
A Docker container is basically the ultimate fix for that "it works on my machine" problem. Think of it like a perfect, standardized, self-contained little box. Inside that box, you put your app's code and literally every single thing it needs to run, all the libraries, the settings, the tools. This guarantees that the environment on your laptop is 100% identical to the environment on the production server. No more surprises.
Now, the way we define what goes into these boxes is with special instruction files called Dockerfiles. And here's the key. We don't use the same box for every situation. For development, we build a container that's all about speed and letting us see our code changes in real time. But for production, that's a whole different beast. We build a completely separate container that's locked down, stripped down, and highly optimized for pure performance and security.
Okay, but our Magic Stream app isn't just one single box, right? A full-stack application is more like an orchestra. You've got different services, the front end, the back end, the database, and they all need to play together in perfect harmony. So how do we conduct this orchestra?
We use a tool called Docker Compose. It's our conductor's baton. It lets us define all of our services in one single configuration file. We say, here's our React client, here's our Go server, and here's our MongoDB database. Then, Docker Compose reads that file, and with just one command, it starts up the entire application, making sure all the parts can talk to each other correctly.
All right, so we've got the pieces. We understand containers, and we know how to manage them all together. The final step, the real mastery, is to build a fully automated pipeline that connects the code we write on our machine directly to that live server.
This is what's known as a CI/CD pipeline. That stands for continuous integration and continuous deployment, and we can build it with a tool like GitHub Actions. Here's how it works. A developer pushes new code to GitHub. That simple push automatically triggers this whole sequence. New optimized container images get built, they get pushed to a central storage spot, and finally, the live server gets a notification to pull down those new images and update the running application. It's all automatic.
Now, you might be wondering, what about passwords and secret keys? This is absolutely critical. You never put sensitive information like API keys or database passwords directly in your code. Instead, we store them as encrypted secrets right inside GitHub. The automation pipeline can then securely use them during deployment without ever exposing them to the world.
And there you have it. We've totally pulled back the curtain on the magic we saw at the beginning. We've taken what can be a really complex, manual, and error-prone process and turned it into a reliable, professional, automated pipeline. Now, a simple git push from your computer seamlessly updates the live application for all your users.
So, by really understanding these tools, containers, orchestration, and CI/CD, you're no longer just writing code that happens to work on your machine. You're learning how to professionally deliver stable, scalable, and reliable software to the entire world. The only question left is, what amazing thing are you going to build and ship next?